Good morning, greetings, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 31 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products or our Truth Skin Health products or a comment or success story you'd like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on The Bright Side, please call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. You can also ask them about joining the Bright Side Ben team for a one-time $25 fee. You can start a longevity business, enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, get your products at the wholesale price if that's all you want to do. Call 866-735-2470 for more information, 866-735-2470. You can also check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. That's brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And purchase all your favorite longevity products off the websites. You can also click on the Join the Team link if you want to sign up to join the Brightside Ben team at pharmacistben.com, criticalhealthnews.com, or brightsideben.com. We've got blog posts, news stories, and videos, and all the longevity products, and a Join the Team link that you can click on at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Okay, welcome back to The Bright Side. This is the show where we honor the human body. We respect the human body. That's really what that's really what good health is about. It's about respecting the human body, respecting. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respecting the liver, respecting the lungs, respecting the skin. The body has a consciousness. The body is like a separate, in a way, it's like a separate animal. It's like, it has an intelligence, a body intelligence that's different from our mental intelligence. It has a responsiveness. It's like, if you've ever seen how baseball players can hit a ball that's being thrown from 60 feet away at 100 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour, and curving and dipping and doing all kinds of ridiculous things, and somehow they got to make a decision on whether to swing the bat before the ball's even pitched. Mathematically speaking, you get like a split second, and it takes a split second just to move your hands to swing the bat. How is that done? Or a tennis player, how does a tennis player hit a serve a ball that's being served at him from, I don't even know how big a tennis court is, but a very short distance, 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, something like that. A ball that's being hit at him at the speed of 120 or 130 miles an hour. That's what a good professional serve is. It's 120, 130, maybe more, 140 miles an hour. How do these decisions get made in a split second? It's the body that's making the decision. Yogi Berra said, I can't think it. He said, it's impossible to think and hit at the same time because you can't think about it. The mind doesn't move that fast, but the body does. In the connective tissue, embedded in the cells, embedded in the neurology, is an intelligence, a consciousness that is responsive to the environment, independent of our brain. Has nothing to do with our brain, or I should say, has nothing to do with our mind. It probably has something to do with maybe it doesn't. I don't even know if it has anything to do with the brain. I don't think it has anything to do with the brain. I think it's like a local intelligence just at the body level. And this intelligence shows up. We all have it. It shows up when when you meet somebody that you'd feel uncomfortable with. The hair. If you ever said the hairs in the back of my neck went up, if you ever said that, or the hairs on my arms went up, or if you ever felt that, that's the body's intelligence. The hairs going up. Or if you feel something in the pit of your stomach, that's the body's intelligence. We've all experienced this. And you know what? We can talk to our bodies. It's not just our bodies that are responding to the environment. We can communicate with them. We can, because the body is a responsive being. It's an intelligent being. It can be talked to. That's why I say it's almost like it's a separate animal, because it's got its own intelligence. And it can be talked to separate from us. You're going to ask who this us is that's not the body. That's a whole other question. But for now, let's just assume that there's an us inside the body, and we can talk to the body. This us inside us can talk to the body. And we do all the time anyway. Usually, we don't say nice things to our body, especially our skin. We look in the mirror, first thing in the morning, we go, oh, crap, what is that thing? What is that little brown spot? It wasn't there yesterday. Look at my wrinkles. Well, we're always complaining about our skin. We don't complain about our bodies as much, but we certainly don't honor them. We certainly don't love them. We certainly don't talk to them. We certainly don't give our body reassurances and compliments, which, by the way, is especially important if you're sick. I remember I broke my leg a couple years ago, or 20 years ago now. I broke my leg, and I remember just the feeling of sadness that was in my leg. It wasn't me that was sad. It was my leg that was sad. It was my ankle. It was a pretty severe break, and I could actually feel the sadness in my leg. If you got a sick body, you got a sad body. If you have irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease, that's a sad intestine. If you have heart disease, that's a sad heart. It's actually even called broken heart syndrome. There's a phenomenon known as broken heart syndrome. If you have a skin disease, psoriasis or eczema, you got sad skin. If we are sick, we have a sad body, and it becomes extra important to give the body some love. Give the body, and I'm not just talking, we talk about nutrition, and that's love. Good food, that's love. A clean place for cells to do its work, for the body cells to do their work, that's love. But we can talk to the body. We can talk to our sad body. We can reassure our sad body just like you would a baby. Exactly, I've always said this. Your body is like your baby. Your body is a baby, and the same innocence that a baby has, guess what? There is no guile in the body. There's no sneakiness in the body. There's just innocence. And it's just this trusting system that trusts us. Unfortunately, for many of us, it trusts us. And we can learn to communicate to this body, literally, verbally, with our external verb, our external words. Like we can talk to it literally. I love you, my arm. Just look at your arm. Say how much you love your arm, your hands. Okay? I guarantee you, if you can't move your hands, you're going to really appreciate your hands. That's the thing. We appreciate our bodies after they get sick. That's when we notice it. We don't notice it when it's running. Even if no matter how sick you are, a lot of your body, most of your body is actually running pretty well. No matter how sick you are, think about that. For most people, the body, even if you're sick, is running pretty well, miraculously speaking. A good 80 years, 90 years. You got to be really, really on your deathbed for it to start to really break down to the point where more of it's broken down than built up. More of it is dysfunctional than functional. So we can have a beautiful relationship with our bodies by talking to our bodies. Next time you're looking at yourself in the mirror, get a full-length mirror and tell your body how much you love it. If you don't have a full-length mirror, just look at your face. Tell your face how much you love your face, your nose, your breathing, your teeth, your mouth, your eyes, your skin. And guess what? If we all tell our bodies how thankful we are for them and what wonderful friends and companions the body have been, we do it over the course of the days and the weeks and the months and the years, guess what? The body will be happier. The body will be healthier, because a happy body is a healthy body. And when the body is happy and when the body is healthy, we will be too. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we do have lots of lines open at 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products or business or health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, if you have questions about our Truth Treatments, our Truth Skin Health products, which are all available at truthtreatments.com. If you have a comment or success story you'd like to share, we love hearing from you. 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side. You can purchase our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com. All our Truth Skin Health products are up. Truth Retinol 5% Gel, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, Truth Transdermal C Balm, and the award-winning Truth Transdermal C Serum, voted one of the top 150 products in the world by Harper's Bazaar magazine. They're all up at truthtreatments.com, including our new Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist, made with fulvic minerals, made with plant minerals. Fulvic minerals are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Life-giving. The very quintessence of life is the minerals that are electrified by the actions of microbes. The planet Earth, the rock that is planet Earth, is transformed into a very thin, tiny sliver of livingness that we call soil. And what makes soil distinct from the rock that it sits upon is the fulvic minerals. The fulvic minerals are the active ingredient in dirt, which is arguably the most powerful and not arguably, it is the most important life-giving substance there is. We all came from the dirt. Everything comes from the dirt. All life begins in the dirt, at least, life on Earth begins by an interaction, we'll say, between the sun and the dirt. And this interaction between the sun and the dirt, which is mediated by what are called microbes, bacteria, this interaction between the sun and the dirt is what gives plants their energy. And it all depends on the fulvic minerals, which are the batteries that store the electrical energy. And they're incredibly important. This is what Dr. Wallach's been talking about for years. This is what longevity is all about, plant-derived minerals. Plant-derived minerals are the very essence, the quintessence, the ultimate source of life on planet Earth. By their ability to hold on to materialize the sun. The sun gets turned into the earth at the level of the fulvic minerals. That's about as simple as I can. That's about as simple as I can express it. And they're incredibly important for energizing, for healing. They do remarkable things for cells. Fulvic minerals. Fulvic minerals' job in nature is to open up cells and drive in vitamins and minerals and the nutrients that the cell needs. An interaction occurs at the level of the cell membrane. This is what we've been talking about now for for a month and a half, is leveraging the electrical properties of the body, leveraging the electrical properties of the cells themselves, which are like little batteries. Last program we were talking about the skin, or last couple months we've been talking about the skin. The skin is a highly electrical organ because of the electrical nature of skin cells. This is one of those underappreciated and unacknowledged aspects of how healthy our skin is, how wrinkle-free our skin is, how acne-prone our skin is the electrical nature of the cells. The skin is an electrical organ. It's made up of cells that are electrical. And this electricity, how this electricity occurs in a cell, I don't want to get all sciencey here. Far be it from me to be Mr. Science. Just kidding. This is pretty scientific. If you're listening to this program, you appreciate some pretty high-tech ideas. Hopefully you appreciate these high-tech ideas. So the skin cells are electrical, and this electricity manifests itself through a flow of minerals, particularly calcium, but also sodium and potassium. This is calcium. Calcium's main role in the body is not to be strong. Well, I shouldn't say that. Calcium plays a role in the body and the bones. That's what we always think about. But the real activity in calcium is in jacking up the electricity of a cell. Calcium flows through cells, through these pores. And by the way, we haven't really known about these pores, these electrical pores in a cell that channel electricity. We have only known about it maybe 30, 40 years. The flow of these electrical minerals, they're called ions, especially calcium, as I say, potassium and sodium. There's probably others. Magnesium's probably there too. Probably a whole bunch of them. But calcium's the big one, and potassium and sodium. goes through the membrane, and this flow is not random. It doesn't just flow randomly. It flows through channels, through pores. They call them channels. They call them transient receptor potential channels, TRCPs, or TRPCs. Transient receptor, they're just pores. They're openings that electricity and it's not electricity, it's ions, it's calcium and potassium. They flow through these pores. As they flow through the pores, you get what's called voltage. And this voltage is the ultimate source of health and wellness. It is one of the ultimate sources of health and wellness in the body. When we talk about all disease being cell disease, mainly we're talking about, or at least in large part, we're talking about the flow of electricity. And the flow of electricity depends on the membrane. That's what I'm trying to say here. The flow of electricity depends on the membrane. Without a healthy membrane, you don't have the pores working right. That's the problem with hormone replacement therapy, FYI. Hormone replacement therapy jacks up the cell with hormones when the membrane is all messed up. And I'm not saying everybody has this problem, but if you're sick, you can rest assured you got a problem there. If you're going through menopausal symptoms and your cells are not channeling electricity properly, and then you take estrogen and it really jacks everything up in the cell, speeds everything up in the cell, that's where we end up getting sick from our hormone replacement therapy. That's where cancer comes from. That's where cardiovascular problems come from. You can't disrupt the chemistry of the cell if it's not healthy. It's not flowing, if the voltage isn't working, if the calcium isn't flowing through these pores, if the membrane is broken up. The membrane is dysfunction. You don't have enough essential fatty acids. You're not eating enough cholesterol. You don't have enough vitamin E or the cholesterol complex. That's what membrane lipid replacement therapy is. But remember, there's a membrane on top of the membrane. That's called the glycocalyx. The glycocalyx is the sugar membrane. There's a sugar membrane on top of the fat membrane. You build up the fat membrane by eating fat. You build up the sugar membrane by eating sugar, not glucose and sucrose, but the complex sugars. The complex sugars build up that glycocalyx. So working on the membrane, that's where you want to be for anti-aging. You want to work on the cell membrane, do your membrane lipid replacement, eat your eggs, by the way. Eggs are one of the nature's perfect sources of membrane lipid replacement therapy, natural membrane lipid replacement therapy. Why? Because an egg is a cell. Eggs are one of nature's best sources of glycocalyx building substances. Why? Because an egg is a cell. An egg is nature's best source of everything that's in a cell. And to deprive yourself of eggs, man, you are nuts if you deprive yourself of eggs. And if your doctor tells you to, find another doctor, because he don't know what he's talking about. And I'm talking the yolk as well as the white. And I do know some people have egg allergies. So if you have an egg allergy and that happens with any active protein, that's unfortunate. Okay, so the membrane on the membrane, the membrane's important. The membrane on the membrane is important. That's glycocalyx, by the way. It's not only the membrane that is the oily membrane that is responsible or is important for electrical flow. It's also the glycocalyx. The sugars also play a role in electrifying the cell. Electrification of the cell, that's what we're talking about here in a controlled fashion. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this. We are back on the bright side, 844-236-6010. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on the archive pages at benfuchsarchives.com and brightsideben.com. You can purchase longevity products at brightsideben.com, also pharmacistben.com and criticalhealthnews.com or Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Healthy Start Pack, Sweeties, Ultimate Enzymes, Ultimate Nightly Essence, Fucoid Z. My favorite longevity products, they're all up at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com. We'll get your calls here momentarily. 844-236-6010 is our number, and got lots of lines open for you today. 844-236-6010. We'll get your calls momentarily. From Hiroshima University, estrogen-mediated brain protection linked to intake of fatty acids found in oils. Scientists are increasingly appreciating estrogen's role in brain health. Now, for the first time, production of estrogen in the brain has been directly linked to the presence of DHA, which is a very important fatty acid, omega fatty acid. It's not an essential fatty acid, DHA. You've probably heard of DHA and EPA. Those are the oils that are found in fish. They're omega-3 oils. They're not essential, but they're super important. Turns out that when you eat your EFAs, when you eat your ultimate EFAs, your body makes more of these. The number one way to keep your essential fatty acid, or to keep your hormones healthy, is to make sure you're using your essential fatty acids. The number one nutritional strategy for hormone health is to use your ultimate EFAs. I'm talking steroid hormone, especially fertility hormones and youth hormones and anti-aging hormones and skin hormones. If you have sensitive skin, rest assured you got an EFA deficiency, among other things, including food allergies and digestive intolerances. But EFAs, essential fatty acid deficiency, will destabilize the skin. I see this in topical skincare for people who can't use retinol or Retin-A. The people can't use anything stimulating the skin. Oh, my skin's too sensitive. I can't use any of that stuff. Guess what? You probably have an EFA deficiency. Get yourself on fast. I cannot tell you how many times I have personally, with my own eyes, seen people who could not use retinol and retinoic acid get on an EFA supplement, start taking high doses of it, and then they can all of a sudden start using their retinol and retinoic acid, and their skin is less sensitive. And it's not just sensitive skin either. It's also eczema, psoriasis, and even acne improve, although you do have to do other things, when you get yourself on a good essential fatty acid supplement like your ultimate EFAs. But especially if you're dealing with hormone problems, especially if you're going through a lousy menopause, or if you don't want to go through a lousy menopause, get yourself on the ultimate EFAs. Take 9 a day. And you got to make sure you're digesting your EFAs too. You got to make sure your bile's working. You got to make sure you got enough enzymes. Use your ultimate enzymes, which has bile in it. And make sure you're using apple cider vinegar. Whenever you do fats, make sure you're doing apple cider vinegar. Take your ultimate EFAs with fatty foods. Take your ultimate EFAs with a fatty meal. Why? Because you'll have turned on your fat metabolizing and fat digesting chemistry. Your bile will be secreted from the fatty foods, and then you take your EFAs, there'll be plenty of bile, or if you're healthy, there'll be plenty of bile, and you'll absorb your EFAs. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's do one more here from Scientific Reports. This one just came out a couple days ago. Low testosterone in men widespread, linked to chronic disease. Yes, low T is definitely a problem. Yes, it's linked to chronic disease, but whether it's the cause of chronic disease or another symptom of chronic disease, I don't know. Or maybe the chronic disease causes the low T. I don't know. They say linked, but they don't say causes. It's probably testosterone is very important for building, but you don't want to remember, just giving yourself hormones when your cells are not healthy is not advisable. This is the problem with HRT, as I was saying earlier. You don't want to jack up the cells. You don't want to turn them on if they're not healthy. You don't want to put your foot on the gas if you don't have oil in the engine. And that's the problem with HRT. Now, if you have oil in the engine, HRT may be helpful, may be important, but most people are taking their HRT, their hormone replacement therapy, when they don't have oil in their engine. That is, their cells don't have what they need to do. And that's where chronic disease comes from. It's probably a circle. Probably low T doesn't help. Testosterone is important for healing and cell growth, but you got to be the testosterone. If you don't have enough testosterone, yes, that can be a factor, I'll say, in chronic disease. But typically, I would say the chronic disease precedes the low T. You say, well, I don't have chronic disease. Well, we don't know, because we set the bar so low on health that most of us don't think we have chronic disease. We think we're doing just fine. Chronic disease can be subclinical. You may not notice that the body is breaking down. That's why paying attention to your body is so important, as we talked about earlier. You got to pay attention to your body. Your body's always communicating to us, folks. We got to listen. From Scientific Reports, a male's testosterone level may be linked to more than sexual health and muscle mass. Low amounts of the hormone could also be associated with chronic disease, even among men 40 years of age and younger. Does that mean you take testosterone to correct the low T problem? No. You figure out why you're low T. You know what the number one reason why we're low T is, in addition to just the body breaking down over time? The number one reason why we have low T is we're carrying too much body fat. And the number two reason is we're all stressed out. Our adrenal glands are jacked up, especially as you get older. If your adrenal glands are jacked up when you get older, they're the glands that are making the testosterone. If they're off making cortisol because you're all stressed out, you're not going to make testosterone. Oh, guess what else? Testosterone is a type of cholesterol. So if you're on a statin drug, that's a great way to be low T. Take a statin drug and shut down cholesterol production. So low T may be linked to chronic disease, but that doesn't mean you take T. What it means is, it doesn't mean you take testosterone. What it means is you make yourself strong and healthy. You lose body fat, number one. You start building muscle. So the more muscle you're carrying, the more testosterone your body's going to make. So build muscle. Drop the body fat. It's interesting because domestication, which is fluoridation of the water and chloride in the water and our sedentary lifestyles and all the calories we're ingesting, the abundant energy we're putting in our body. Domestication is really behind all of these problems that we're dealing with. The idea that we're not living a lifestyle that is an accurate reflection of how our bodies evolved. We've been domesticated. Low T is a sign of domestication. That's what low T is. All of the trappings of civilization, particularly the excess amount of calories, but also the sedentary lifestyle and the safety and the lack of the excess amount of body fat that we're carrying. All of those are signs of domestication, and all those are signs of low T. So make yourself like a caveman if you want to raise your T. Lose body fat, build muscle, eat less calories. Be de-domesticated. De-domesticate ourselves. That's what we need to do. We need to de-domesticate ourselves. We don't want to necessarily go back to hitting people over the head with rocks, but these days we're running our modern technology on the sidewalk to kill people. So we're not any better from a civilized standpoint, but we're certainly way, way worse from a bodily domestication standpoint. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll get your calls here when we come back from our commercial break. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase, by the way, any of the longevity products, go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com, pharmacistben.com, brightsideben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. All right, we'll take a quick commercial break, come back with you and your phone calls right after this. Don't go away. We're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to South Carolina and say good morning to Carol. How you doing, Carol?
Hey, good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good. Nice to talk to you. What's going on in South
Same
Carolina?
Here. I talked to you 2 weeks ago, and I just enjoy you so much. You've taught me so much, and I just have two quick questions.
Wait a minute, not too sciencey? You don't think it's too sciencey?
Oh, my God, no. No, you're not going to believe this. I take notes.
Is that right?
I take notes. Yes,
right.
so I can refer back to it.
Do you love this stuff? Do you like? It's kind of interesting, right? It's not just me. Oh
no, it's incredible. I wish you would come down here because I would attend a seminar anywhere you go around here.
Oh, is that right? Okay, cool. Well, I'd love to come to South Carolina. Maybe I will one of these days. Where in South Carolina
I would love it.
Where are you?
I'm in Simpsonville.
Little town?
It's like probably east of Tennessee.
So this must be the most beautiful time of the year in South Carolina.
It's beautiful. It
must
beautiful.
be really beautiful. Yeah, it must be the only, but the weather must, this is the only good, our fall's probably nice too. I wouldn't want to be there in the summer, I don't think.
The summer's hot.
You're from New York? You sound like
Connecticut.
I was going to say, you sound like New York, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Everybody says I sound like I'm Jersey.
I sensed a twang in there. What's going on? How can I help you today?
Oh, all right. I'm in really good health. I'm 61 years old, and I wanted to know, I've had my gallbladder removed about 33 years ago when my daughter was like a year old.
Okay.
And not knowing any better back then, you don't know any better.
Yeah, nobody told you, I'm sure.
Right, nobody tells you. And they never told me to change my diet.
You're right. They never even mentioned that. They never mentioned that.
No,
they said just eat, has nothing to do with it. Just keep eating the way just eat as normal. Probably they told you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not normal because now I notice it as I'm getting older. that I'm more sensitive.
You got to really, really take care of things now at 61. You got to really pay attention. You got to have zero tolerance for the wrong kind for certain things. The wrong kind of fats, zero tolerance for. Okay,
But
if you want to do
that's
it
what
right.
I'm doing.
Okay, zero tolerance. Your fat system is thrown off big time. So you want to have zero tolerance to the wrong kinds of fats. You want to be paying very close attention to helping your body process fats. Get on the ultimate
Can I eat
enzymes.
like avocados and stuff that are fatty?
And when you do those foods, it's very important that you do your ultimate enzymes with those foods. Try to keep those foods don't eat them throughout the day. Eat them in just like once or twice a day, so you can have a bunch of enzymes
I do it in
with
a
them.
smoothie, like a morning.
Smoothie's
I'll
great.
Do it in a smoothie.
Smoothie's
Okay.
great. Put your avocados in smoothies, eggs in smoothies.
Right.
Any kind. If you can pre-process your food, that's great. Use bitters first thing before meals, like stomach bitters or sweet bitters or parsley. That's a good bitter. Anything that's bitter will stimulate bile. Also, you can do. There's herbs that will help stimulate bile. Pretty much all your bitter herbs will stimulate bile. So, you can just chew on like horseradish or chew on something like Damiana or something that's like a real bitter herb. If you can find a bitter herb, anything that's bitter will stimulate bile. Let's see what else here that you could do. Apple cider vinegar with all your meals.
I do that. I put it always in my water.
Good deal. You might want to just throw a little in the middle of the day, apple cider vinegar in the middle of the day. That would be helpful just for giving you some quick energy. If you're not processing fat, the short chain fatty acids, acetic acid.
Well, how do I know with my supplements if I'm absorbing them?
You'll know if your skin is good, if you have symptoms, if you become asymptomatic, or if your symptoms get better. So you probably have some symptoms. You might have sensitive skin. Do you have any skin sensitivities?
I do. I have rashes on my legs.
Yeah. That's the fatty thing. So you'll notice your skin will improve. Use your skin as a diagnostic tool. And there's a couple. Also, probiotics are very important for fat processing. Fiber is very important for fat processing. I would take extra bile salts. Go get extra bile salts. Lecithin with all your meals. Use coconut oil. And actually, you might want to get something called MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride oil, and do a couple tablespoons of that in the middle of the day. You're probably low energy too, so that'll help you with your energy levels.
Awesome.
And then don't forget about getting on a good, just all around nutritional supplement program. Carol, I want to get a couple more calls in. Thank you for your call. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
One more? Did you have one more thing?
I did, just quick. When I fast sometimes 2 or 3 days. Is it okay to go without supplements?
Yeah, that's not a big deal. 2 or 3 days without supplements isn't going to be the end of the world. But if you took your supplements, that wouldn't affect your fast either. So
it wouldn't?
No, because the fast is you're keeping calories out of the body. So the body has to work. There's no calories in your supplements, or very little.
All right. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Ben.
Okay, Carol, have a great day. Bye. All right, let's go to Mike in California. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to the bright side.
Good morning, Pharmacist.
Good morning.
Ben. I got a question. I got glucosamine chondroitin.
Yeah?
Is that okay to take?
Heck yeah.
Every day?
Heck yeah.
It is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Great for everything. Don't even ask me what it's great for. I'm just going to tell you it's great for everything.
Okay.
Every part of your body benefits.
So I should take it every day. It says take 2 pills. 2 pills
Heck
a day.
yeah.
So take it,
Heck yeah.
Take it
have you been listening to the program the last couple of weeks? We've been talking about
I've been listening for a long time since I found it on KSCO in Santa Cruz.
Are you? Oh, okay. You're in Santa Cruz. So we've been talking about the sugar.
I'm in Salinas.
Oh, you're in Salinas. So we've been talking about the sugar covering on the cell, how the cell's covered with sugar. Well, one of those sugars is glucosamine. And as the body breaks down, this sugar coating breaks down, and glucosamine can help the body rebuild that sugar coating. And that's all your cells. So glucosamine is good for everything, all your cells.
And I take intermittent fast like every day.
Good.
I've been doing it.
Well, it's not intermittent if it's every day. Hang on. You can't intermittent fast every day. It's not intermittent.
Can't?
No, because it's not intermittent.
Okay, but I do fast every day, though.
You don't eat at all? Well, what do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean, it's like I don't eat breakfast. It's like right now I'm up.
You go through periods. You go through periods during the day without eating, is what you're saying.
It's like I'll have a banana just to take my supplements, but I don't have a meal until about 3:00 in the afternoon.
That's good. That you want to keep that period where you're not eating as long as possible. If you're eating every day, maximize the length of the time you spend not eating. So you're very smart to do that. 1 meal a day, and then the rest of the time you're not eating, you're ketogenic the rest of the time.
Usually, like at dinner time, I'll have some light dinner about 7, but I'm really not that hungry. Sometimes I even skip it, and I was fine.
You're smart. Food is overrated, bro. Food is we're conditioned to eat this much food. You obviously need a certain amount of food, but we're conditioned to eat and eat and eat because the economics of the country depend on it.
Okay.
Yes.
And I know your specialty is moisturizer. What about on the face, like some oil of Olay or something?
No, I wouldn't do it. Use a vitamin. Nah, you don't need that. You don't need. What do you need a moisturizer for? If your skin's dry, is it miserably dry? Are you completely miserable? Like you're in agony or itching or what do you need it for? It's just giving your skin more stuff to do, your body more stuff to do. Hey Mike, I want to get
salt water.
Yeah, what's that?
Himalayan salt in the water.
Himalayan salt in the water. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Teaspoonful or half a teaspoonful in water and sip on it slow. Thanks, Mike. Have a great day, buddy. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Lee in Georgia. Good morning. What's going on, Lee?
Good morning. Well, shout out to Carol. Me too.
What's that?
Love the call. I said a shout out to Carol, your previous call. Me too. She had a lot about her gallbladder.
You too.
But I love your program. Have just found it. I'm dealing with something. I'm almost 70. It's one of these things when I go to the doctor, they look at me and they say, "Oh my goodness, you look great for your age, like you're 55 or 60." Well, that's a compliment.
So what's the problem?
I go.
You want to be 40?
Yeah, well, I go into this thing about the fatigue, and I said, well, that's just because I've never been in the sun because I couldn't do anything. I have had a lifelong issue with fatigue.
Okay.
Recently, in reading the book, The Mood Cure, which has been like a little Bible for me because I could not take drugs. That's a good thing. I cannot take medications, and I ran across a genetic disorder, they label it, as pyroluria.
Pyroluria. Okay.
It is apparently, this is the simplest explanation I can find, that when the red blood cells are being produced, they produce pyrroles. The pyrroles will, with this disorder, attach themselves to zinc, B6, and manganese and flush it through the kidneys. So the body is depleted of these essentials.
That's all correct. I would say it's more than just zinc and B6. I mean, it's pretty much pyrroles. The chemicals are called pyrroles, and they will be excreted in high amounts. But here's the thing about they're telling you it's like a genetic issue, right?
Yes.
That takes the control. That takes your power away. Once you go
that's
say,
true.
Yeah, so I'm not buying the whole genetic thing. So what I would be doing is, first of all, you want to, most important, we're out of time, there's a lot of things you could do. Work on the digestive system. Most important thing, you got to have some digestive stuff going on. There's no way you can't not.
Yes.
So you have to address that first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That alone will help the symptoms go away. But you might also want to and you're probably noticing you're getting better. You got to, if you're correcting your digestive issues.
And also I'm doing the intermittent fasting, a lot of things to kill, with lactic.
Look at you. You're doctoring. You're giving yourself better doctoring than any doctor could ever give you. I would be doing see if you can get high doses of vitamin. I'm out of time. I wish I had more time. But see if you can get high doses of vitamin C in you. Okay.
The problem is I've become allergic to all my B vitamins, so I cannot.
Well, you can't. I'm out of time. I wish I could talk to you. Can you call back tomorrow?
I will.
Call back tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have yourself a beautiful, spectacular Sunday. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.